Hi guys, I'm here with my first standard daily event, and I have mono red, pretty stock list. Got my 1-drops. I have the 8 1-drops and Rakdos, 4 Rakdos Cacklers, 4 Fire Drinker Satyrs. The 2-drops slot, I have 4 Ash Zealots, 4 Burning Tree Emissaries, and 3 Fireface Strikers. This list is kind of similar to a list that top aided not a Grand Prix, sorry, an SCG Open event in Cleveland a couple of weeks ago. But in that version, uh, the pilot ran 3 Burning Tree Emissaries and 4 Firefist Strikers, and I can sort of understand why that he only ran 3 Burning Tree Emissaries, because Burning Tree Emissary can't cast Ash Zealot, it can't cast Boros Reckoner, and out of the board it can't cast Frostburn Weird. But the card is so good that I'm going to include the 4th one and then cut the 4th Firefist Striker for just 3. I believe that that Burning Tree Emissary is the best card in the format for punishing your opponent for having bad mana draws, so I want to play the maximum number of them. In the 3-drop slot, I have 4 Phoenixes and 4 Reckoners, pretty standard. And topping off the curve, I have 4 Fanatic of Mogus. Then we have the burn package. I have 4 lightning strikes. This card is really good. 2 magma jets and 2 shocks because I couldn't decide on which card I liked better. Shock might just be better because it's cheaper. Magma jet, scrying. Scrying's pretty good too. Gets rid of excess lands in the long game. But I'll try this out right now and see what I like better. And as for lands, just 20 mountains, 1 Mutavault, 1 more Mutavault in the sideboard. I'll get more in depth in the sideboard in a second, but I'm not sure if this is the correct number of lands I want to be running. Maybe I want to be running 22 lands with 2 Mutavaults or possibly more, but I know I definitely want to be running 2 Mutavaults across, at least 2 Mutavaults across the 75. So we'll see how I do, and maybe I'll make some changes after this event. As for the rest of the sideboard, as I said, 1 Mutavault. I also have 2 Mizium Mortars, 1 Hammer of Purphoros. This card is great against the control matchup. Giving all your creatures haste is pretty good, and being able to turn your extra lands into threats is also very good. It mitigates flood. Frostburn Weird for the Red Mirror or other creature matchups. Flames of the Firebrand, three copies of it. 4 copies of Burning Earth, again for any 3-color deck like Esper, Black, White, Red, Junk even. Doesn't come in against the 2-color decks. And then I have 1 Act of Treason for the green creature decks. Doesn't generally come in against other red decks, I believe, but sometimes you really need to get rid of a Boros Reckoner, and Act of Treason is the best way to do it. In this format, I think that the major decks that I'm concerned with beating are Esper, Mono Red, and the deck that recently won the Pro Tour, the Mono Blue deck. It placed multiple copies in the top 8, and it's been doing well in other various states tournaments, the blue deck. So I want to be prepared for that as well. This particular list would have a lot of trouble beating the Mono Blue deck. Master Waves has Pro Red, of course, so all of my burn spells can't kill it. And main deck Frostburn Weirds, main deck Tidebinder Mages. Those are going to be a really big hassle for this deck to deal with. But if it stumbles at all, I will be able to easily beat it. As far as sideboarding goes, actually I haven't really thought about that yet. I have thought about, obviously, the other 2 decks, sideboard plans, but as far as Mono Blue goes, I probably do want the Mizium Mortars. Is Flames of the Firebrand any good? Let's see. They have a bunch of Cloudfin Raptor, Judge's Familiar. I don't know. It might be good. Act of Treason doesn't seem super great. Hammer comes in, I think. The extra Mutavault might come in. It's going to be a little tricky. I guess I'll have to gauge it once I get to it. The Mirror would be pretty easy to sideboard, I think. I would definitely want to board out maybe I'd board out the Fire Drink Crusaders and bring in at least the Flames of the Firebrand, the Frostburn Weirds, and the Mizium Mortars. That seems good, and maybe some of the other cards. But I'll, again, get to that once I get there. And against Esper, the other deck I want to beat in this format, I'm definitely bringing in the Burning Earths, definitely bringing in the Hammer, and definitely bringing in the Mutavault. So, yeah, that's basically the deck. I'll see how well I'll do now, and I'll come back once the rounds start. Okay, here's round 1. I lost the die roll. My opponent mulliganed to 6. This hand's pretty good, I guess. I have a 1-drop. I'm on the draw. Hopefully I'll draw some 2-drops. Eventually I'll get the Boros Reckoner and Fanatic, so I'm going to keep this. This is also the first time I've played a real game with this deck, but I probably should be able to figure it out. Alright, let's see. A Temple of Silence. Probably on some sort of, maybe Esper. I'm going to leave with a Cackler. Could be junk as well. We'll find out soon enough. Alright. Thoughtseize. Probably gonna take one of my... Maybe take one of my Reckoners? Oh no, take the Fanatic. Let's see. Does he have a second land? He does not have a second land. But I don't have a 2-drop, so this is a little problematic. But I obviously have the advantage here. So I'm going to go Reckoner. Let's see, he's missing another land. Okay. Fairly ahead in this game. Attack with the Cackler. Yeah, he's very far behind. Yep, and he concedes. So as far as sideboarding goes, I've only seen one land from him, but I can assume that, well, it might be the white-black deck that did well at the Pro Tour. I'm not sure. I don't think it is. But, I mean, it could be. Let's see. I probably want to take these out, the smaller burn spells. If he's Esper, Burning Earth is going to be pretty good. Mizium Mortars could be okay, just because, what's it called? Bloodbaron of Viscopa is a huge problem, but I'm going to bring in these for now until I do see the, Bloodbaron. I'll take out, if I want to include the 2 Mizium Mortars, I'll take out the 2 Lightning Strikes. He probably certainly has, Bloodbaron of Viscopa, right? Well, it's such a hard card for me to deal with. You know what, I'll bring them in, just in case. Alright, I'll submit like this.